What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about my 7 sources of income that I was able to create by the age of 25. So right now I'm 25 years old. I have a lot of these sources around 21, 22, but they did take some time to build. So I'm going to be going over each one, how I was able to do it, and how you can actually go and do the same thing. So the first source of income was Amazon FBA. Now, what Amazon FBA is FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. It's e-commerce. The majority of you guys have probably heard of it. It's just being a seller on Amazon, sourcing products from usually overseas. You send your products into Amazon. Amazon stores, picks, packs, ships, and does the service for your products. And you kind of don't do anything once your product's in there. So this was something I started doing around the age of 18 or 19 when I was in college. I was bored looking for another source of income, and I stumbled across things like Kindle publishing, Amazon, and so on. And I ended up just watching a lot of YouTube videos, getting a lot of information, taking a stab at it. This is something I failed at for 6 months to start. This is something I invested about 90% of my bank account in. I had $1,200 to start that I saved up from doing things like retail arbitrage or flipping products, but that wasn't kind of a main source of income. So I saved that and I invested it into my first product with Amazon, and sales didn't go how I wanted off the start. Took about 6 months, 3 failed products. I didn't necessarily lose money, but I broke even and it wasn't really creating that source of income I was looking for. So once I kind of made some changes, adjusted things, figured it out, Amazon quickly went from making a couple hundred to $1,000 a month with products here and there to making over $10,000 a month, then $20,000, then $30,000, and so on. And now I've scaled it up bigger. And actually, in between, I've had an Amazon FBA account actually hacked, and I lost an account that was doing about $40,000 a month in profit, and had to start again from scratch about a year and a half ago. And I built it up to about the same spot it was, and I'm now building it more and more and growing it past that. So Amazon FBA was my very first source of income. The second source of income, and these are in order from when I started them, is affiliate marketing. Now, what affiliate marketing is pretty much getting paid to sell someone else's product or service. And there's different forms of affiliate marketing. So let's say I wanted to say, hey guys, I use this tool to find products to sell on Amazon. If you click this link, it knows I sent you to that service or that product. And when you go and purchase that product, I get a commission for that. And there's ways of doing this. You can do this through a YouTube video. So I could have affiliate links in the description of this video. You can do this by running advertisements. And there's things where there's CPA, which is cost per action, where if someone signs up for an email, you can maybe get 20 cents. Or if someone purchases a product, you can get paid $10. And these range from, like I said, 2 pennies to tens of thousands of dollars. There's so many different offers, and there's different ways to do this. You can do this organic through making content and people clicking those links, but you need traffic, and ads are usually the way to do this. And this was the second source I added on after I did Amazon FBA, because Amazon was very passive. That was growing kind of consistently, and I wanted to add a second income so my eggs weren't all in one basket. So I started doing affiliate marketing and then found some success with that. Now, the next source of income is YouTube. So YouTube, you make ad revenue on videos. You'll see ads before, after, mid-roll. And that's one of the ways you make money with YouTube. It should be the smallest if you're doing it correctly, but it is a source of income regardless. Now, depending on how many views you're getting, if you meet YouTube's threshold, which is 1,000 subscribers, and I think it's 280 or 2,800 hours per year in video views, then you can monetize your channel. And when you do, you'll get paid based off of kind of what your niche is. So for example, the comedy niche, it's called CPM, which is pretty much just cost per 1,000 views. So how much you're getting paid per 1,000 views. And usually different niches are very different. So my niche, the entrepreneur niche, there's a lot of things being sold. It's a lot higher priced, higher ticket items. So people will pay more for their ads to be shown. Someone selling a $1,000 product can spend a lot more to have an ad shown than someone selling a $20 product. So in the entrepreneur niche, the CPM is usually around $12 to $15 per 1,000 views. Now, if you were to do something like the comedy niche, your CPM, it's a very general category. There's not a lot to sell. It's hard to target a specific audience. Your CPM, or how much you're getting paid per 1,000 views, would probably be about 50 cents per 1,000 views. If you're a vlog channel, it can be anywhere from usually like $3 to $7, and that's usually around the average, $3 to $5. And it will depend on different videos. So YouTube ad revenue is another source of income. Next, and this is going to be one, if you've watched videos like this in the past, most people won't mention, but it's information products or courses and digital products, whatever you want to call it, if you're selling an ebook or a course. Now, this is a great source of income. A lot of people look down on this, and if you're doing it unjustly or doing it really without morals, then yeah, it's something to be looked down upon. But selling an information product, helping others, teaching others can be very beneficial to you and to them. So information products like a course, you can run ads for this to sell this. You can make YouTube videos. You can create Facebook groups. There's so many different ways. You could post your course on something like Udemy, and it doesn't have to be something that's $2,000. You could have a shorter ebook or an information product. And the good thing with information products is usually it's zero cost. So it's usually a time commitment. There might be some cost involved, but if you're doing a digital product like an online course or an ebook, there's usually no cost involved. So no matter how many you sell, there's not really any cost other than that initial cost to create it and that time. And this is something that is kind of evolving and interesting to see all the different people doing this. And this can be done in really any niche. So this is one of the things I've enjoyed watching and just seeing grow over the last couple of years. So that is kind of information or digital products. Next is consulting. Now, this is probably one of my favorites, but my least favorites. Favorites because you get to talk to people one-on-one, help them out, and it's very fulfilling. Least favorites because it's trading time for money. Now, this is something where you're just one-on-one with someone, you're talking to them. You could do group coaching or consulting, one-on-one, and it's usually per hour. For me, I was like, all right, I'll charge $100 per hour. And then I got too many people and I slowly raised it until it went to 200, then 500, and then 1,000. And then eventually I slowly stopped doing it because I wanted to focus on the other sources and growing those because I was trading my time for money with that. Yes, it could be good money, but I think scaling the other ones would be more than that. So it's something I do a little bit, but not a ton anymore. So that's consulting. The next is, I'm going to put it kind of as one, is investments. So stocks and cryptocurrency, and I'm going to put those together. So that is one of my other sources. I invested in cryptocurrency. I've invested in stock some, and it's really both long-term investments. It's not something I do actively, but I want to put it on here because it is a source of income. It's something that buy, hold, and sell way later on for the most part, most of them. So it's very passive. It's not something that I would consider myself amazing at. It's something I learned a little bit and I'm kind of playing with, dabbling in, but nothing super serious yet. So that is one. And the very last one is investments I have in different businesses. Now, I had investments in a couple different businesses that were not startups, but a little farther on than startups. And I'd get a percent of that company. And then when they sell, if they sell, or however they want to do it, if it's a rev share, whatever it is, then I get paid out whatever that percentage. So I invest, let's say this company is valued at $4 million and I invest $100,000, I'm going to get 4% of that company or whatever the math is. I think it's 4%. So I get 4% of that company. Now, if their value goes up to 40 million, then I've just 10 times my money when they sell. And I would get that money back. So these are bigger investments. These are 6-figure investments usually. And they are in various different companies that I see potential in, that some I will even work with and will get some percent of that company for consulting, helping them with certain things like marketing and advertising or branding, whatever it is. So that is another source of income. And one I'm currently working on that I want to grow a lot more is going to be investments in real estate. That's really what I'm going to be looking forward to. That's what I've been learning a lot about and what I want to jump into more, because that's where I think the long term and the bigger money and investments wise is. So those are all my sources of income. Some are very passive, some are very active, but I've stayed kind of tried and true with Amazon and affiliate marketing and YouTube and all of those, and they have been pretty consistent for me. And it's very nice not having all your eggs in one basket and having to be worried about one thing happening to, oh, what happens if YouTube goes away or Amazon or whatever it is. So those are my sources of income. I want you guys to put your source of income, how many you have, and what you're currently working on, what source of income you want to build, and to what level. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.